Right, we are looking good. I'm in gear. Don't forget to switch this button off. Move it, dude, seriously, before it blows! The most hardcore and precise manometer on the planet. Yes, we are moving. I should apply for railroad engineer training. Here we go, come on. Oh wow, this thing is hauling, look at that. Far out. Hey there, fellas. Okay, time to continue experimenting on our steam-powered Lada Samara. We want to get this done as soon as possible without delay. So today's the day we pick up where we left off. Here's what we need to do. There's really not a lot to it. We need to take that there steam generator and somehow fit it to our little Samara. It sounds simple enough, we just need to make it work. So yeah, let's get to it. Steam-powered Lada first drive. Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. Okay, fellas, we are looking good. We've installed the steam generator into the car. I'd say it all looks pretty cool. We've revised the chimney. I mean, given how much fuel we'll be burning, the one we had before was a bit too narrow. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I'd like to mention. So this big one right here, we've routed a second pipe into our main chimney. It'll contain a fan, which is going to help us draw the smoke out more efficiently. So there you go, that's our solution for expelling the smoke. Right, what else? We've also installed a divider right here to keep the seats from getting too warm. I mean, the stove will generate a ton of heat. Wouldn't want the seats to catch fire. Right here we've got a button so that we can turn the engine over from inside the cabin using the starter motor, so that we can make the initial rotation happen. We've routed the steam pipe, wrapped it in some heat insulation. It is pretty chilly outside, and the pipe will get cold, turning that steam into condensation and resulting in the engine being fed with water. You saw that yourselves in the previous episode. As for this right here is the throttle. You move it back and forth, and that opens and closes the passageway, adjusting the amount of steam going into the motor. And that's about it. We've installed a battery in here. We've got another one for the fan. Okay, time to head outside, get our steam generator up and running, and drive around. Let's do this. Right, fellas, here's what's up. We've got some pressure going. You've probably seen our nano manometer. The most hardcore and precise manometer on the planet. Anyway, we're looking at 5 atmospheres. You sure it's 5 and not 4.8? Okay, time to try it out. Yeah, the stove... The water in there is boiling and turning into steam, but not quick enough for us to be able to drive around with confidence. Okay, so we'll begin by checking to see if it starts. And then I'll go ahead and test how far it can go given the pressure we've already accumulated. The car is facing uphill. Right, let's do a few tests. Okay, here goes nothing. Here we go, come on. We are moving. Not bad. Here we go. Oh, now I get it. That was the starter pulling the car. Come on. I don't have enough power. Keep going, come on. Let's just make it up the hill, go! Though this time at least we're driving on steam. This thing is pretty heavy. Yeah, you're right. I should apply for a railroad engineer training. We need to throw some more fuel into that stove. Time for another round. I was kind of all over the place during that first try. I mean, I am no railroad engineer, unfortunately. This is my first time driving something with a steam engine. So now we've got plenty of extra pressure in there. I'd say about 6 atmospheres, which is pretty healthy. Should be enough for me to make it up this hill. Let's do this. Okay. Where's the wheel chock? Right, we are looking good. I'm in gear. Don't forget to switch this button off. Move it, dude, seriously, before it blows! Here we go. Oh, look at it go. The power, man. You can feel the power. Come on, keep going. Come on now. Shit, it's working. But it doesn't want to climb up that hill. Come on, stay with me. Oh, for God's sake. Maybe the engine is too small. Don't slam into that van now. Let's try that again. And we've lost all pressure. That's a shame. Couldn't make it up that hill. No dice. Right, fellas, so our precisely calibrated manometer seems to be on the fritz. Here's the situation. The reservoir, which accumulates steam under pressure, it really isn't looking that great, to be honest. The tanks have gotten a bit puffy, and we really wouldn't want them to blow up in our faces. As for the pressure we've got going, 6? Or was it more than 6? Anyway, it took a while for me to get ready. Meanwhile, the pressure builds up in no time. especially once you've gotten the stove hot enough. Still though, the hill was too much. I'm guessing if we were to get a bit of momentum going, it would have easily made it up there. Anyway, we've decided to roll the car to a different spot, located on the other side of our shed. There we've got an even patch of road, and that's where we find out how this thing drives on a surface with no inclines. Right, let's do this. Here we are. Oh, come on. And now? No, everything's fine with the readout. The pressure is indeed too low. We don't have enough pressure. I guess we just wait some more. Despite our worries, the manometer is working just fine. We actually don't have enough pressure. We're ready to take another crack at this. Excellent, we are off. Oh wow, we are flying, look at that. There you go, the car is able to move around. Fantastic. Doesn't last long though. I'm guessing that's down to the volume of that receiver, which is pretty tiny. Also, the steam generator itself isn't particularly efficient. Right, now we just have to flip around and go the other way. We should be okay. But I reckon we should build up a bit more pressure. It was up to like about 4 atmospheres before I set off, right? I'm not gonna lie, getting it up to 6 is scary as. We've got a terrifying amount of pressure in there. And the guys are urging me to move. Okay, here we go. Oh wow, this thing is hauling, look at that. Far out. Not bad at all. Awesome stuff. Come on, stay with me. Almost made it up this incline. Just a bit more. Damn it. Almost made it. I'd say the car got up to about 12 to 15 miles an hour. That's pretty... at 2 grand? It's hard to say, to be honest. I think you're about right, though, yeah. Then again, maybe it was closer to 1.5 grand. What's interesting is that it doesn't pull at all until you spin the engine up in neutral. You simply don't have any torque. The motor obviously needs some inertia. Right, let's get that engine rotating. Wait, where'd this oil come from? Oh, so there's the answer. There's the oil leak, check it out. There's supposed to be a seal underneath the distributor, which we removed. Give it some more, don't be shy. Do I hear a knock from the engine? What's that weird noise? Give it some more gas. Or is it empty? There wasn't much steam in there in the first place. Well, you should have kept opening and closing the throttle then. There's oil splattered everywhere. We completely forgot about that dizzy. We overlooked it on purpose. Oh, really? Well, you can see everything at least. Well, I'll give you that, yeah. Right, fellas, so where does this leave us? I'd say this all went beautifully. Quite a successful experiment. We are dealing with a very simple Lada motor, which used to run on gasoline. And all it took was a few easy modifications to make it work on steam. At least it's eager to spin up. If we were to increase the pressure to about 8 or 10 atmospheres, That would turn this thing into a rocket ship. But as it sits, there are a few weak spots, like the cylinders which started expanding after we reached 6 atmospheres. They were seriously bloated. And that's a dangerous situation. We didn't reach that high of a temperature, about 120 to 150 Celsius, but even that's pretty substantial. Anyway, there's only one thing we can say for sure after conducting this experiment, and that's the fact that an internal combustion engine can be easily converted into a steam engine. Second of all, it works, the car drives, and it doesn't even make any noise. You can't even compare it to the soundtrack of a diesel or a gasoline motor. Here you just don't get those noises, or any of the typical vibrations. You pretty much get none of that with this type of engine. You do get a bit of that, of course, but it's not even remotely comparable. Then there's that nice plume of steam coming from the exhaust pipe. It's pretty neat. Though I'm guessing that a steam engine like this one needs to have more displacement. You'd be much better off with some bigger pistons and more volume inside the cylinders. In our case, it just wasn't enough, even despite the cylinders working in pairs. So yeah, no replacement for displacement. Anyway guys, this experiment has been a massive success. You watch us, subscribe, send in those comments and suggestions, give us a big thumbs up. Alright, catch you later.